So, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in music?
I actually I was born in the Caribbean, so when I came to New York and all of that, it was like a different sound to me. So one of the first songs I heard was like Nas and Lauryn Hill, "If I Rule the World," and that's how I really got started. I fell in love with that song. That's one of my favorite songs. So I just started with that, and everything else was just me listening, and I just started writing after that.
So, what was it about that song that made you want to be an artist or take music more seriously?
It was it was lyricism, and then plus it was like a mixture of hip hop and R&B. I never heard that before. Coming from the Caribbean, it was all I heard was reggae. So I never heard hip hop before, so that was cool to hear that shit. I ain't gonna lie, it was dope.
Who are some of your other influences growing up?
A lot of New York rappers, like any other, kid growing up in New York City. I'm from Staten Island, so I like Wu-Tang, I like Kiss, I like Jigga, I like Nas, I like MOP, I like certain people. It's just it's too many to name, to be honest. So
Yeah. And what do you feel about being a rapper from Staten Island and representing? Because how do you feel the rest of the boroughs look at Staten Island when it comes to rap?
Alright, so I always explain it like this. It's cool. When you mention Brooklyn, it's a multitude of rappers that you can name. Yeah. Know what I mean? Queens, same thing. The Bronx, same thing. I can name a lot of rappers that's from the Bronx, especially now they coming up. It's a lot of drill between Brooklyn and the Bronx. It's a lot of drill artists, drill music. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Then you got Harlem. Harlem, you got people who's on. Dipset been leading that for years and shit. So they've been running it. So you got people that's on, but when it comes to Staten Island, all people think about is Wu-Tang.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's just basically my perspective on the whole game when it comes to Staten Island. Though. But we got some talented artists like CJ. CJ just popped. He from the island. But, couple of other dope artists, man, that I could mention that I'll definitely work with. But yeah, we got some talent out there for real.
Do you feel because I've heard some people say Staten Island is kind of insulated when it comes to the music, it's y'all kind of stay out there. Do you feel that's true? You feel maybe more artists need to come over there to collaborate with y'all, or vice versa?
Music is universal. Especially now we in the age of technology, so you could definitely just connect with an artist just by typing. So I wouldn't say we're isolated. It's just about making moves. Really Staten Island is mostly residential, so it's not a lot of corporate buildings and all of that out there where business is being conducted. You feel what I'm saying? So basically what it comes down to is everybody just got to get on their grind. If you want to make it happen, I think the city's the best place to make it happen because you got more opportunities out there.
Yeah, that's true.
For real.
And so what do you feel about coming up just as an independent artist? What are some things you have to deal with or obstacles you overcome being independent?
Oh, man. You got to grind. You going this shit, it get rough. It get rough, but you just got to keep grinding, man, because, it get hard at times, but when you reap the rewards, shit be big. It's dope. So I respect independent artists.
Do you feel how do you use Instagram and TikTok? Do you use those to try to grow your platform, or what do you feel about artists that kind of rely on that?
I just created a TikTok. I just created a TikTok. I never really did the TikTok thing. My daughter was showing me how to do that shit. I don't even really do the TikTok thing, but I just created a TikTok. Instagram, I fuck with Instagram. I be on Instagram most of the time.
And so Valentine's Day is coming up, I think, right before we drop this. So let's talk about that. So what is it like being an artist and trying to date or being in a relationship and being an artist? Like, what are some things that you have to deal with versus a regular person?
Emotions, basically just emotion. I mean, you gotta go through the wave of it. If you are an artist and you got a girl, especially if you care about your girl and your girl care about you and she know about your grind, like, I mean, sometimes it get real. I mean, it's gonna be time spent away from each other. It's gonna be times where, I mean, shit get rough. You're gonna be gone for a long time. You're gonna be at the studio. You gotta do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, you want to live good. You gotta do shit. You gotta get on your grind.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices.
So for younger artists coming up that are looking for like a girl who could handle all that, what do you think are like 3 things that they should look for to be like, okay, I could chill with her, deal with her a little longer? Or should they stay single?
Listen, I ain't the judge of nobody. Like, love is love. You feel me? Is everybody for somebody, or somebody for everybody? I think that's the way it goes. Well, but it's real shit. Like, so if you want to stay single and you feel like that's the best route, then you should stay single. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you feel like somebody's blocking your potential and all of that, then maybe a relationship ain't for you. But if you want a relationship and you're in a relationship, it could be a beautiful thing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, I mean, that's the motivation that you need. Sometimes that's like, it's like, you know what I mean, certain business that you could get handled. You learn something new every day. I mean, so that's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is, you know what I mean, look for personality and drive in a woman that you're looking for. The third thing I would say is, you know, just somebody who's down for you, man, who's gonna be there at all times, who understands. Like I said, understand the grind, because you're gonna be, this shit get tiresome, and you're gonna be down and out sometimes, but you gotta keep pushing.
That's good advice. And so, what's your go-to like Valentine's Day song, Valentine's Day anthem?
Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? That's my shit. Yeah, that's my shit. I like that song. That's dope.
Okay, and let's talk about your creative process. Like, how do you, when you have to write a song, what do you do for inspiration?
For inspiration, well, when I'm in the studio, like, the inspiration just come from my niggas. Like, we be in the studio and shit. Niggas be talking about shit. It could be a song that come on that I'm feeling, or a beat that come on that I'm feeling, and we click to it. I mean, we just do it. Like, niggas will come up with something, and I just take the lead off that. Or if I'm by myself in the studio, then I mean, I roll up a blunt and just sit there and think, be in deep thought of what's really going on.
And when you have to switch styles, because I feel like you kind of have different styles, is there like, what do you do? Do you just listen to beats and get inspired like that? Or like, what? How do you change from like a more love song to like a harder song?
I mean, it's easy, because, you know what I mean, it's just it's the thought process that go into it. So, like, you could put on a R&B song or a love song, and I mean, you be in the mixes. You doing these things. You around women. You around. I mean, so you know how it go. You know how this shit go. And then when you doing hard songs, I think you know how it go too. Cause, know what I mean, at the end of the day, at some point, we are all people from the hood. We from the street. So, you know, it go hand in hand.
Can you tell us a little about your project coming up?
Yeah. So the project I got coming up is called Concrete Roses. It's for Valentine's Day. It's just basically a short EP. 4 tracks. It's for the women and for the fellas too, because, you know what I mean, some dope songs on it. So it's gonna be dope. I mean, everybody go check it out. Gonna drop on Valentine's Day.
How do you feel it's different from other EPs that are coming out, or like is anything
other EPs that's coming out on Valentine's Day?
Yes, in general.
In general?
Yeah.
Or the EPs that I did, or other EPs.
So why should we listen to yours first on Valentine's Day? Is what I'm saying.
I mean,
why is it better?
It's a move starter. Know what I mean? It's a move starter. I just feel like it's something to, know what I mean, get your day going on Valentine's Day. I mean, it's a dope intro to it, a dope song that, know what I mean, you start off with, and then, I mean, everything else lead into it. So it's pretty cool. Like, I think everybody should just go listen to that.
And do you have any dream collaborations or anybody like that you wish you could have featured on the project if you could pick any artist living?
Wow, that's one of the toughest questions, because it's like I got so many artists in my head that I really want to work with. So I would say at the top of the list, I think it would be Cole.
J. Cole, right?
Yeah, I think it would be Cole.
Why is he at the top? Wouldn't you be scared? I would be scared to get on record with him. I feel like you make me look bad.
No, it ain't like, hell no. I think it's personally, I just think it's like, you know, me getting on the track with him is just like, I think it'd be a good collaboration. I mean, it's the aura, the power that'll come with it, the thought that goes behind it. You feel what I'm saying? Could sit down and do something, that'd be dope. Like, I'm not really into just, I mean, flying verses and all of that, but what really make power with the music, I feel like, is you sitting down and, I mean, picking a beat and, I mean, bonding on something, and the thought process that come behind it. So I think that'd be dope. But yeah, Cole, definitely.
And in the future, is there anyone else that you would want to collaborate with on a project or anything like that?
Like big artists?
Yeah.
Shit, I would say Ye. I mean, Drake.
Drake is a good one.
Yeah, Drake and Ye, definitely.
And would you categorize yourself as them or more on the lyrical side like J. Cole?
Nah, I'm definitely more lyrical. Like, I could definitely do those type of songs, but like, I like being lyrical. You know what I mean?
And then, can you give us just some advice for up and coming artists?
Just stick to the plan. You know what I mean? Build a strong team. Stick to the plan. Make sure everybody sticks to it and just grind. I mean, you up and coming. These is gonna be the best times. You know what I mean? So you gotta just do what you gotta do and just grind. Cause when you at the top, ain't nowhere to go but down. So you just gotta keep pushing.
And can you just do a little drop for us? So just say, introduce yourself and say, and you're watching Your Plug's Favorite. You could plug your project, whatever you want to say.
All right. Yo, what's good? This Stat and Stacks, and you watching Your Plug's Favorite. Know what I mean? Go check out them Concrete Roses on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? February 14th, 2022. You already know.
All right. Thank you.
Got it.
That's perfect.